Hello everyone, today I'm going to be giving a complete and detailed description of this instrument which I built called the Pixiechord. I call it the Pixiechord because these hammers are ear picks. You use them for cleaning your ears. So I'm going to be showing you all about how it works, how it's made, and how you play it. Okay, so we're going to be starting with the strings here. As you can see, they are all hitched to the back wood. They extend all the way to the other side where they're hooked up to some pins, and they go by, this is the bridge on this side, and here we have the bridge on this side. There are 29 strings on this. It does not have chromatic notes, so it's 7 notes per scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, and 4 octaves. I'm using this pick, which is a stick, a sharpened stick, and I pick it like this. I'm kind of also scraping against it somewhat. So it has a particularly kind of rough sound to it. So I can ring out as many strings as I want at once. I can ring them out all together. And that's how I play it with the right hand. And next I will be showing you some other picks. This one, I used some putty to mold my hand into it. And I think I used too much. But I'm trying to get a better grip on it. So yeah, I'm not used to this. This is quite actually tricky to play like this. But I can feel that my hand is much more actually relaxed because I don't have to use my muscles to grip very hard on this thing. It just naturally I have a nice firm grip on it. And then also I use this as an ear pick, just like the picks that are being used as hammers here. It has a rounded end to it, slightly. This is just enough to kind of lift up the string for a moment and then snap it back. So we get nice plucky sounds here. I can bend a note here. Just pushing on the string. Here we're bending a note. Alright, let's go straight to the keyboard. Next we're going to talk about the keyboard. Again, got 29 keys. They're all color-coded over here. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. There's a key. And they're all kind of bent a little bit this way. It would be nice if they were straighter. That's something to work on for the next one. So when I press down, this side moves up. And now here we have a lever here. There we go, good shot on the lever. Key moves up. There's felt on the end of it to make it not clack together, make a sound when it hits. There's just enough space so that it can hit the string and bounce back. Just a few millimeters. So I'm going to kind of have to make a slightly more elaborate system for the action here between the motion of the key and the motion of the hammer. I might need some other kind of system to push it up only once and to not do this kind of thing where it sticks to the string or bounces repeatedly. The ear picks I kind of shaved into this shape to look like a hammer. They're fitting in between these two poles here, just so that it's a guide, because it could move slightly from side to side. And they're attached on here with wire. It was a very, you know, it's a hack job a little bit right here. Needs some kind of fine precision parts here. So that's yet to be developed, but it works quite well. This big piece of wood, which is black walnut, which has been carved into the shape, cut, and it's been hollowed out. Basically, only the edges here are this thickness. Everything on the inside, underneath this board, is hollowed out. This is a straight piece of wood, but look at the angle that's popped up here. It has risen that much due to the tension, the pull of these strings right here. These are the culprits. These are very, very fat, thick strings. I've used a bass string here, a thick one, and this is like a high electric bass string. These are all piano strings here. I think this is like a scrap piano string that I used. So these are all wound strings that were measured to fit this length of the instrument. They're very fat. This thing is a real beast. It's really huge. There are 7 strings, like an octave of bass strings here, all pulling from this side over the bridge and causing this entire back section to lift. The strings are all running flat across the top, so this should be a roughly flat surface evenly across. This is straight here. So basically this whole back section has been pulled upwards and inwards so that the entire thing has bowed, mostly centering around this area, getting crunched up in here. I need to optimize the strings here. This is an Oscar Schmidt pickup. It's made for auto harps mainly, and it has a small pin jack here, but you can basically plug it into any kind of amp that you want to. And of course it runs the length of the whole string, so it's quite long. It's really ideal. It's great. I also have these little tuners, these little micro tuners here. They're little half-step levers. So I'm going to pull it. It's going to go down. So the note just sank by a half step. And now I'm going to bring it back up. And now it's back to natural. It went from B natural to B flat, and now back to B natural. Same thing down here. Go to B natural. Here, B flat, and back up to B natural. I really want to make these for every single string, of course, but because of the problems that we're having structurally here, even if I build them all, which will take forever, this is only probably going to get worse, and therefore it will be really, really impossible to keep these all in tune throughout the entire length of this. So really would be great if I could make a sharp and a flat lever for each one, so I have 3 positions: flat, natural, and sharp for every note of the scale, so I can make all kinds of scales and retune it very quickly. Something for the future. Getting ready to make the next one, which is going to start with the body. Hopefully I will be able to get around to filming it as well as I make it and upload all that stuff as it comes along.